Jake Paul just shocked the boxing world again, first saying Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. was too easy, and now calling him a very, very tough opponent. So, what changed? The YouTuber turned fighter is officially stepping back into the ring on June 28th, facing Chavez Jr. in a 10-round cruiserweight showdown in Anaheim. And while the fight has fans buzzing, Jake's sudden U-turn on Chavez has raised more eyebrows than ever. Let's unpack the full story. What Jake really said, what's at stake, and why this might actually be his most important fight yet. Before the fight was announced, Jake Paul didn't sound too impressed with Chavez Jr. In fact, he dismissed the former world champ altogether during a media call. He said, "I want someone tougher than Chavez. Honestly, it's easy work." He doubled down, saying he didn't want just any name opponent for show. He wanted a real belt, not an entertainment value fight. Those are strong words when you're talking about a guy who once held the WBC middleweight world title and has over 60 professional fights. But Jake made it clear he wanted a bigger challenge, or so it seemed. Fast forward just a few weeks, and Jake's tone has changed completely. Speaking to Ariel Helwani, he now praises Chavez Jr., saying, "He's a former world champion, super experienced, and it's a good chip on my belt to test myself with a very, very tough opponent." So what gives? Some say it's Jake being Jake, marketing genius, spinning narratives. Others think he's starting to realize that facing a real boxer with pedigree, like Chavez Jr., is a necessary step to earn credibility, especially if he truly wants to go after a world title, not just celebrity bouts. And let's be real, Chavez Jr. might be unpredictable, but he's no pushover. He's got a name, a resume, and enough grit to give Jake his biggest challenge yet. This fight isn't just about bragging rights, it's about what comes next. Jake has been very vocal about chasing a legitimate world title. Not a made-up belt, not a gimmick, but a real one. And beating someone like Chavez Jr., who's held a real WBC belt, could silence a lot of critics and build the case that he belongs. But it doesn't stop there. Reports are already flying that Jake Paul is in talks with Gervonta "Tank" Davis, yes, that Gervonta Davis, for a potential mega fight later this year. Now, whether or not that happens is another story, but just the fact that those conversations are happening shows how serious Jake is about shaking up boxing in a way we've never seen before. Love him or hate him, Jake Paul knows how to keep us watching. He talks big, flips the script, and then shows up under the lights. But this fight? It's different. Chavez Jr. is the first real test who brings experience, toughness, and boxing DNA. So the question is, does Jake really believe this is easy work? Or is he bracing for the toughest night of his career? One thing's for sure, June 28th is going to be a turning point. Either Jake makes a statement and levels up, or he gets humbled by a man with nothing to lose. Who do you think wins, Jake Paul or Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.? Is Jake biting off more than he can chew? Drop your predictions in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more boxing news and breakdowns.